Welcome agents to the Division 2 news update featuring the latest and greatest news about the Division 2. If you want to stay up to date, make sure you subscribe below by hitting the subscribe button, and whilst you're down there, drop a cheeky like and maybe a comment about what you're excited to see with the release of the Division 2. With all that said, let's get into the news. Ubisoft have confirmed that the DLCs in the Division 2 will not be timed exclusives, unlike the Division 1. Now previously, on the Division 1, Xbox would get preferential treatment over PS4, with Xbox players getting the DLC a month ahead. But that appears to not be the case for the Division 2, and everyone will get the DLCs at the same time. Now I think this is a move well expected by pretty much every game developer these days, apart from Bungie of course, and I'm really glad that they've made this move, because I have to admit I'm not a big fan of timed exclusives in any game, and ultimately I think it actually hurts the game. It splits up the community, and the people who don't get, have that exclusive console for that exclusive content, then ultimately they feel a little bit like they've been put out by the developers. So again, unlike Bungie, the Division 2 or Ubisoft are doing the right thing here, and I think we all expected that, so that's really good to hear that being confirmed. Moving on to the big one, the Division 2 beta start date. Now first off, you can sign up for the Division 2 invitation only closed beta by heading down to the link in the description. Make sure you do this at the end of the video and don't click away now, as you may miss some. It's really quick, it's really simple, and that might be why a lot of people are signed up to it. If you've not seen one of my most recent videos, this beta has 4 times as many sign-ins as the Division 1 and has broken the Ubisoft record. So yeah, a lot of people are very hyped to be playing this game. Get on over there. As I said, the closed beta is invitation only, so you don't have a guaranteed chance of getting it, but I imagine a lot of people will. Now it is likely there will be a public open beta, just like the Division 1, but this has not been confirmed by Ubisoft at this point. Now Ubisoft have not confirmed, commented or committed to a date for the closed beta, but we would assume the process will be similar to the Division 1, if not exactly the same. Now the Division 1 closed beta actually came out in January 2016, followed by the open beta in February and a release of the full game in March 2016. Now the Division 2 will be coming out in March 2019, 3 years later, so it makes sense that the closed beta then should come out sometime January 2019, following the same time period as the Division 1. Unless, of course, they want to release it early, allowing them more time to fix any issues that people pick up on. My guess at this point is the closed beta, invitation-only closed beta, will release in January 2019. But I do hope they bring it out sooner than that, because I want to be one of those people that gets on there, finds out what bugs there are, and we can feed it back and the game can come out at the best it possibly can be. What we don't want is where the Division 1 was released. Obviously, we had the closed beta, open beta, and then it released. They didn't have enough time to fix all the issues, or they weren't found, and then the game came out with so many bugs, bit of a mess. They lost a lot of the audience. We don't want that for the Division 2. We want it to come out pretty good. Obviously, there's going to be bugs and glitches, as there are with every game, but we want it to come out as a really solid product. So I am looking forward to the beta, and I hope it comes out as soon as possible, really. Last but not least for this Division 2 news roundup is Ubisoft have confirmed that the entire campaign of the Division 2 and the endgame can be completed solo. Now you can still play this content by matchmaking or in groups, but this news is obviously very welcome for all solo players, which includes me, as I normally play through the campaign in solo on every game I play and into the endgame. Now Ubisoft never said this would include the new raids coming to the Division 2, and I would highly doubt that this activity could be played solo. This system here sounds very much similar to Destiny, where almost all activities are achievable in solo, but there are some ultra hard endgame activities that require group play to complete. Now we do know we got our specializations. They've said that the raids will require a combination of those specializations in order to complete, so I'm pretty sure that you will not be able to do the raids solo, and they have said they're going to have 8-man raids as well. But it's really good to hear, and I'm sure most of you who play solo will be really glad to hear that the campaign and a lot of the end game activities you will be able to do solo. So that's really good news. I'm really happy with that, because that's one thing that I just don't like in games. I understand why it's in games, but being forced into a group is something I just cannot stand. Even matchmaking in groups isn't ideal. I sound like I just don't like playing with people, but I do enjoy playing with people, but I also enjoy playing solo, and actually I enjoy playing solo most of the time, so really good news to hear. There you go, agents, some of the most recent pieces of news about the Division 2 in a very short video for you guys to digest. Now, Ubisoft are keeping a tight lid on specifics, but be sure to subscribe and make sure you're not missing out, because I've got you covered with any more Division 2 and Division 1 news as soon as it comes out. With that said, thanks for all your support, and until the next one, Epic out.